get cooking, cooking, cooking with Amy.
Hey guys, I have a fun recipe I think the whole family will love. I don't know about you, but my kids love cheeseburgers, and they like bacon too. I always say everything's better with bacon in it. Don't you agree? So how about this? A cheesy bacon meatloaf, and it's so quick and easy to throw together. Anybody can do this. Now we're starting out with 2 pounds of nice ground beef that we picked up at Festival Foods. And then I just took some of the kids' sandwich bread, some of the stuff I make sandwiches with, about 3 pieces of that, tore it up, or you can just cut it up into little pieces with a little bit of milk, and let that sit for a minute until the bread gets nice and soft. And that's going to keep this together and keep the meatloaf from being nice and moist, and it won't be dried out. So in goes our bread soaked with milk and our ground beef. Now, this is something that my Nana did, and I still do it today. That's my great-grandmother. She always seasoned up her meatloaf with 1 packet of dry onion soup mix. Just gives it some great flavor, and you don't need to deal then with salt or pepper or anything like that. You don't need to chop up onions. It's all right in there. Then we've got some shredded cheddar cheese. Not all of it. We're going to save a little bit for the top, and then a few strips of cooked crumbled bacon. If you're in a pinch, what you can do is just use they sell it right near the salad dressings and the croutons. Bacon already pre-cooked for recipes. It's already chopped up. It's all going to work for you. All right, now the best way to do meatloaf, and you know this, is just get in there with your hands and get busy. This is so delicious. Now, I love to cook, but I'm not a big fan of doing dishes. So one of the things that I like to do is basically I take a loaf pan, or you can do this free form on a 9x13 pan, and just line it with foil, spray the foil with cooking spray, and then you're not going to have any of the mess. So you take your meatloaf. You don't want to overwork it. That's key. And get it into your loaf pan. Just make sure you have real clean hands when you're doing this. And you form your loaf, or like I say, you can do a free-form pan. Don't want to pack it down too much. Once we've mixed it, we just want to pretty much leave it as is. Now, I'm going to wash my hands, and we get this into a preheated 350, 375 oven. Just depends on your oven. And we'll let it bake for about 50 minutes. And then right after about 50 minutes, you want to spread some ketchup, if you like ketchup on your meatloaf, and I do. Ketchup over the top, a little bit more shredded cheddar cheese, and then these are really fun, French fried onions that we put on the top, just for a little crunch on top. It's optional, you don't have to do it, but boy, it takes this meatloaf to a whole nother level. And then it goes back in the oven for about another 10 minutes just to melt the cheese, warm the ketchup, and crisp up those French fried onions. I promised you a really good meatloaf. This is a winner. Love to serve this with just mashed potatoes, your own, or you can pick up real mashed potatoes from the deli at Festival Foods. But this is a winner. It's my bacon cheese meatloaf. Recipes on the website. You can also pick it up at any area Festival Foods.